Today's toy spot is on the Neca Evil Dead 2. Today we're having a look at Deadite Ash. Once again, a fantastic figure released to us from the good folks over at Neca. Package is the same as the Farewell to Arms Ash, with a picture of the Evil Dead skull down below. Deadite Ash. On the side, Dead by Dawn, Dead by Dawn, Evil Dead 2. On the other side, feels like somebody just walked over my grave. Also advertising the 25th anniversary of Evil Dead. I can't believe it's 25 years. In fact, the first time I ever got a glimpse of Evil Dead, I was in, I think, grade 11 in high school, and somebody had brought in a clip of a movie, and I could not understand for the life of me what movie it was, but I remember it being excessively gory that I said to the guy afterwards, "Hey man, what movie was that you showed a clip from?" And he's like, "Oh, that's Evil Dead. You never heard of it?" And the answer that I gave him was no. But I soon rented it afterwards, and wow, what a movie! What a movie. On the back of the package, you can see the 4 figures that will be coming out, or have come out already from Neca. Of course, the Deadite Ash, the Farewell to Arms Ash. Then of Series 2, the one I'm really looking forward to is this guy right here. We just have a standard Ash with chainsaw hand and shotgun. And ever since that McFarlane Toys released the movie Maniacs Ash, and as good as that figure was, I always thought, oh, I would love to get a better looking Ash, with the chainsaw hand, the shotgun, and look here what we're actually going to be getting. I can't wait. As for the read-up on Deadite Ash, it says, after a relaxing cabin vacation doesn't go as planned, Ash is left with 3 dead friends and an undead girlfriend, and an angry evil spirit on the loose. As nightfall approaches, Ash must prepare to again battle the legions of the damned if he wants to make it to dawn. Celebrate the 25th anniversary of Evil Dead 2 with this exciting new collection of highly detailed posable action figures. Figures include scene-specific accessories to help you reenact the gleefully gory masterpiece that is Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn. Enough chittering and chattering from Spot. What I'm going to do is take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this out of package, and when we come back, we're going to get a better look at Deadite Ash. More to come, guys. Stay tuned. Of the accessories that come with Deadite Ash, first of all, Spot almost dropped it, he does come with the tape player, very old school tape player, that unfortunately summons those evil spirits in the woods. The detail on it is fantastic. I mean, even for as an accessory, the detail work is top notch. Paint is done really, really well. I mean, even like the small handle, the little buttons, even the little readout here are all painted in. I think that's just excellent, excellent work. Even the undersiding is painted in. Something that you probably wouldn't have even seen if it was just sitting flat anyways, but they did take the time and paint and sculpt the undersiding. Again, more excellent, excellent detail work from Neca. Other accessories that come with Evil Deadite Ash, if I just reach around behind him, he does come with the severed head, oh, the poor girl, severed head of his girlfriend. And let me tell you, she's seen better days too. One thing I really like, if we zoom right into the eyes without the camera getting unfocused, you can even make out that her eyes are glossed over, that you can actually see her pupils underneath. Very nice work. The severed, bloodied stump of her head. Great, great work. I'll zoom away because I don't want to scare some of the children too much. I mean, by all means, if you're going to be buying Evil Dead figures, expect that they're not going to be very child-friendly, I would say, as indicated by this head here. And finally, the one thing that I'm really glad that they included was an actual Book of the Dead. Right there, folks. It's a lot smaller than the Book of the Dead that we got with was it just the Evil Dead Ash from Cult Classics? I do recall that being a much larger book. Unfortunately, I don't have it that I can use the comparison right now for you. But the detail on it is quite nice. I even like that the pages are off-colored, that it definitely looks like an old book that has been around for a very long time. Now, moving away from accessories, let's look at the actual figure, because I know that's, I'm sure, what you guys have been waiting to see. We'll grab the figure here. Now, essentially, it is essentially the exact same sculpt, let's bring him in right now, as the Farewell to Arms Ash. There's nothing different between the two figures. I mean, really, the only difference is, I mean, the legs and everything are even painted very similar to one another. I would say the only real difference is probably the coloring of the shirt. By this part of the game, his shirt's still a little clean. Some Tide probably would get out some of those stains. By this point in the movie, yeah, my friend, just start looking for a new shirt and throw this one away. If you really wanted to, these are, I assume, just ball-jointed heads. If you really wanted to, you could probably just pop the head off, and if you want to put that Ash head on this body, if you want a little bit of a cleaner shirt, you could do that if you want. But it is the exact same figure. The face sculpt, though, on Deadite Ash is quite nice. Again, pretty scary. I don't know if I would necessarily give this to your small child to have for a toy. First of all, you'd be labeled as a horrible parent. What do you got down there, Billy? Oh, it's my Deadite Ash! And then they look at it. Oh my God, who gave you? Oh, my parents! It's quite grotesque. The sunken-in eyes, as you can see there. The very mangly teeth going on there. It's quite a grotesque-looking figure, let me tell you. It's fitting, because it was a pretty grotesque scene in that movie. But captured very well, I might add. The paint, the sculpt, everything on the figure is top-notch. Now, because it is the exact same figure as the Farewell to Arms Ash, the articulation would be the exact same. I guess really except for the stump of a hand. He has that ball-jointed head. He has the pin and socket shoulders that would allow the arms to rotate back and forth, in and out. He has the rotation in the the forearm, which will allow the arm to also bend. A rotation in the hand. Rotation in the waist. The legs do swivel. Now the one thing I have problem with, and this is something I've noticed on the other figure as well, this one leg, I don't know what it is about that joint, but it seems extremely loose. And actually really both legs are extremely loose. When you get down to the lower thigh area, or the upper thigh, it also swivels. There's a swivel in the leg, a bend at the knee, and also a swivel in the foot. Now, while this figure, and I guess really the second wave Ash with the chainsaw would probably be the most appropriate figure if you just want to get, if you are a casual collector and you just want to get an Ash, that probably would be the best Ash to get. Second, I would probably say the Farewell to Arms Ash. Again, if you are just a casual collector. If you were a casual collector, you might avoid this guy. If you're one of those guys that just wants, you know, a figure from each movie, and you think to yourself, I really want to get an Ash. I don't know if you would necessarily get the Deadite Ash. He is probably more so for the collector that wants every single figure that was in the movie, or based on the movie. Then I would say this guy is a pickup. Casual collector, maybe you might want to go with the Farewell to Arms Ash, call it a day. But I still think they did a great job on this figure. You probably could have just been an alternate head with the Farewell to Arms Ash, but again, the differencing in the color of his shirt makes all the difference as well. Deadite Ash, I'm going to give him an 8. I'm going to give him an 8. A great figure, definitely worth it, if you ask me. And I also like the fact that you get a Book of the Dead with him as well. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Neca Evil Dead 2 Deadite Ash. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys later.